Doctor, Resilience, Bullet Grabber, Quartermaster, Steady Hand, Vigilant, Beast Face. So many damn traits. What should I choose, Nadrill? Well now, calm down. That's what we're here for. And we will talk all about it. Follow along. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. And what is this one about? Well, it's about traits. It's about the points that you get after you finish a game and where you should prioritize your points. So we're going to analyze which traits you should be going for immediately after you exit a match. Of course, regarding the points that you have at that moment, but there are some traits that are really important in my opinion. Also, I'm going to share why I think those traits are important and the way I'm thinking about traits and how they should be used in the game. If any of you are not aware, I also stream on Twitch most weekdays, and you can come by the channel there and we can talk about traits or whatever else you need, basically for Hunt Showdown, because that is my main game. Just a small disclaimer before we get to the actual video. This video is made for beginners, for people who just started playing Hunt Showdown and don't have tons of hours in the game. And also everything I say is my opinion and how I think about the game and what my experience has taught me and what I think works. Now, I know I already made the intro too long, so let's get into the actual video now. Before anything else, I just want to mention something. We are now in the recruitment tab of Hunt Showdown, and as you can see, some hunters already have some traits on them. Now, you see the tier 1 hunter has no traits because he's a free hunter. The tier 2 hunters have 2 traits each, and the tier 3 hunter has 3 traits. Also, the legendary hunters, each and every one of them, comes with 3 random traits of their own immediately as you hire them. Now, if you don't like the traits of a hunter that you hire, you could potentially remove the traits by spending blood bonds, but I don't think you should do that, especially when you start out in Hunt Showdown. I don't think you should spend blood bonds to change traits. Just go with whatever your hunter has, and if you find a hunter that has something that you like, for example, this huntress really got very good traits, Doctor and Determination, just hire the hunter that you like. Moving forward, let's say that you successfully completed a match and you extracted and you now have a bunch of points to spend. As you can see here, I have 19 points because my hunter reached level 20. So let's go and see what are we gonna do with the traits. As you can see close to the top left of the screen, all the traits are divided into 4 categories, and those are offensive traits, defensive traits, movement traits, and supportive traits. Now, for the first time that you put trait on your hunter, even if you have not so many points, if you have like 10 points to put, I would suggest that you only choose from the supportive and the movement categories. Let's get into more detail. So as you highlight any category here, it will give you the traits that belong to that category alone. And then you can sort the traits up here. You can sort them either by bloodline rank, by alphabetical order, or by price. I recommend doing it by price, especially if you are already maximum rank in your bloodline. Otherwise, just do it by bloodline rank. As I mentioned earlier, in my opinion, the traits which you should choose from, especially the first ones that you will put on your hunter, should be from the movement and the supportive categories, so you can highlight those two. The reason why you should choose traits from these 2 categories is that they are general traits that are useful in very basic aspects of the match. For example, we have gator legs. Gator legs will make you walk and sprint faster in deep water, and it also makes less noise while crouched in water. This could be a very important trait if you're going to traverse water a lot, and it could help you out. Just an example. So which traits you should prioritize, you ask? Well, I got you. So first of all, I would get Greyhound. Like, if you have only 4 points to spend, get Greyhound. Greyhound makes you sprint at full speed for a longer duration. This is an absolute essential trait because the description says it all. Basically, it allows you to sprint at full speed for a longer duration. The second trait I always get as soon as I have points is Determination, which costs 3 points, and it makes your stamina recovery start sooner. So let's say your stamina has been completely depleted, or you have spent half your stamina. The time that your stamina takes to start recovering is very much reduced when you have Determination. So if you only have 3 points by the end of the game, put it in Determination. Trust me, there will come a point in the game where you will have a bunch of AI on you, you will have run out of stamina, and if you don't have Determination, you might actually die from the AI. If on the other hand you have Determination, you take a small break without having stamina, your stamina will start recovering immediately, and then you will come to my stream and say, "Thank you, Nadril. Determination really worked for me." Yeah, you're welcome. I know that some of you might come and tell me, "Yes, Nadril, Determination and Greyhound, they're good traits, but what if you have 2 stamina shots?" Well, if you do have 2 stamina shots, yes, you can prioritize other traits. As I also mentioned, though, this guide is for beginners, and also even 2 stamina shots will run for 20 minutes, and the game has 60. And most probably, if you're a new player, you're gonna have some long matches, so prioritize Greyhound and Determination. Yeah. After getting Greyhound and Determination, and if you have more points, I would go for Pack Mule. The Pack Mule is an absolutely essential trait as well because it allows you to receive an additional tool or consumable when looting players or opening item boxes, toolboxes, or the toolboxes that are on the carts on the map. This is a very important trait because in a lot of cases you will find yourself with empty first aid kits. You have no charges on your first aid kit, especially after a fight, even maybe after a boss fight. And if you have this, you will get both a first aid kit charge and a consumable if you're missing some consumables. So great value for 3 points in my opinion. This is my holy trinity of traits, the traits that I absolutely go for every single time if I have 10 points. If you happen to have more points, like in this case I have 19, you can go for some additional options. But if you only have 10, get those 3 traits: Determination, Pack Mule, and Greyhound. Now that we got the absolutely essentials out of the way, let's see the priority of the other traits that you can put for your hunters. As you can see, I picked up a 50 level hunter and I removed all the traits I had on him just to show you what I would put from now on. Now, as I said, we had the movement and the supportive tab open and we put these first 3. What you want to do now is go to the offensive tab and choose it. Regarding on what loadout you're playing, what gun you're playing, you will want to choose the appropriate trait that makes it easier to play that gun or gives you some added advantage or some bonus. For example, the 100 hands here gives you a damage bonus for the hunting bow. The iron sharpshooter makes you remain in iron sights after shooting with the bolt action rifle. So after the shot, it doesn't take you back to hip fire and then back to iron sights. It remains in iron sights. It's a pretty important trait for bolt action rifles. Another example, the levering. If you're using a Winfield, you can use both the iron repeater and levering, so you can spam shots From hipfire, you can have both traits and you don't really need a secondary weapon if you do. The Winfield is very, very strong with the combination of these two traits. And I'm not talking about the Winfield shotguns, I'm talking about the Winfield that shoots compact ammo. If you're using any kind of scoped weapon, you can get steady aim, which gradually lessens the sway of the weapon when you're looking through the scope. Then an absolutely essential trait is fanning, that lets you have a faster rate of fire when you're using one-handed single action pistols, and that is the Caldwell conversion pistol, the Pax, that is the uppercut, there is the Nagant, the simple Nagant pistol. All of those can benefit from fanning, so it's a pretty important trait to get, although it costs a lot. Once you have a couple of traits from the offensive tab, you can move to the defensive tab, and there are a lot of really important traits here as well. The most important trait from the defensive tab is undoubtedly Doctor. This is, I believe, the best trait in the game actually. It doubles the amount of health restored by first aid kits. This can basically restore you if you have anything more than 25 HP. It restores the full health of your hunter, so it's really, really important. Now, if you want something that costs a little bit less, you can get Physician, which reduces the time needed to bandage, and then everything else is a bit situational. Salve Skin can help because it reduces fire damage and burn speed by 25%. Horn Skin can help you get less damage from blunt melee attacks. For example, if you get hit with a hammer, or when you get hit from an armored, it reduces the damage from that. Mithridatist, which drastically reduces the time needed to recover from poisoning. This can help you with the hives a lot. And generally, all the traits here are useful. Dauntless is a bit hard to use, so I wouldn't count on it, especially if you're starting out now. Bulwark is really good because it reduces the damage from explosions and bomb blast harpoon attacks, so it reduces the damage from dynamite sticks that might get thrown at you. Pretty important one as well. And that's it basically. These are the stronger and better traits that you can get. In order to sum everything up, I will just put what I like and what I think you should put with the priority I think you should put it on this hunter right here. I am sorting the traits by price, and let's go ahead and put them. Now I will put a Winfield on my hunter, so I'm giving him Iron Repeater. I will also give him Levering because I want the advantage that I told you. I want to also shoot while aim down sights, shoot at a distance, and I also want to have the option to spam from hipfire, have a rapid fire Winfield from up close. It's like a shotgun, even better really. Then I will go ahead and take Doctor because I have the points and it's really good. I will go ahead and have Frontiersman, which I didn't mention before, but this little trait here, a very expensive one, can give you an extra charge for your tools. For example, it gives you an extra charge for your first aid kit. So instead of 3 uses, you have 4. And coupled with Doctor, it can be such a strong combination that you could not need any other healing really if you have those two together. So I'm going to take them. Now let's see what else we can take to actually fill all these spots from our hunter. As I said, I'm playing Winfield and I'm gonna play probably a Nagant pistol as a secondary, so just for the extra ammo, nothing else really crazy. I'm going to take Bulwark for the explosion damage. I'm gonna take Kite Skin, which is very inexpensive. It only costs 1 point, but what it does is reduce the fall damage by 50%. It will save you from some difficult situation. I am definitely gonna take Physician so I can heal faster. So as you can see, this creates a kind of synergy. I have Doctor, I have Frontiersman, I have one more use for the first aid kits. I have the Doctor, which heals my full health with 1 use. Taking physician as well only makes sense because I will also reduce the time I need to heal. A favorite trait of mine, especially when I'm playing in Europe, is serpent, which allows you, while you're using dark side with E on the PC, to just take a clue or banish a boss or take a bounty out of the floor if someone is camping the bounty. So I'm taking this. I am also going to take picture, which increases the throwing range for all items using the aim helper. The aim helper is what you see, the indication that you see of where your throwable is going to go. So I'm going to take it because it allows you to throw grenades and in general consumables a lot further away. So if you have a big dynamite bundle, you will not kill yourself, for example. Another trait that I took, and it's kind of overlooked sometimes, is the trait Ghoul. This one allows you to restore a small amount of health when you're killing grunts. I believe it's somewhere around 5 HP if I'm not mistaken. But this, especially since it covers, it goes between health bars. Like if you only have a 50 bar and you kill one zombie, it jumps onto your next bar, so it fills up your next bar as well. And if you kill another zombie, it jumps onto the next bar, and so on and so forth. For a new player especially, I think this can be really helpful, and if you don't have any other healing available, it can save your life. Now I have 2 more slots left, as you can see. This is really situational from now on. A lot of people might tell you different things, but for me, I would go for Salt Skin because it reduces the burn speed by 25% and the fire damage, and fire can be really punishing in Hunt Showdown, even when you're facing just the butcher, really, not mentioning the players that will burn you. And for the last trait, I think I'm going to go with Beast Face. Beast Face is really good, and a lot of people are not paying attention or picking it up. But I think it's really good, especially for newer players, because it can help you with reducing the noise that you're making on the map, since it reduces the reaction range of animals, from crows, from ducks, and it also reduces the reaction range from the caged dogs and from the chickens that are in the chicken coops. So it's pretty dope. And that's everything, really. That is all the traits I would get. This is just an example. I might do this a second time right after this and pick a couple of different ones, but in general, you just want to start with the important ones. As I said, the Holy Trinity, Determination, Greyhound, Pack Mule. Then get some for the specific loadout that you have, Iron Repeater and Levering. In my case, because I'm using a Winfield, you need to adjust it to the loadout that you have, and then go to the defensive ones, get Doctor, get Frontiersman, which is a very good utility trait, and from then on, you will, at some point, you will decide what you like the most and what helps you the most. But in general, those are really good traits, and it's a very good priority of traits. You cannot really go wrong with how I showed you to do it. And that was it, the basic reasoning and how I think about traits and the priority I give when I'm choosing them for myself up until now that I'm over 4,000 hours in the game. Please let me know if you agree or if you disagree. If you need any more information about the traits, in the comment section below the video. If you liked it, please click a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, click a thumbs down. It helps the same. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to know exactly when a new video comes out, you can click on the notification bell as well. Now, I would love to see you in the live stream as well, as I said, most weekdays on Twitch. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.